I can guarantee that if you continue to do this for a period of 3 to 6 months, you will see a noticeable change in three things. One is your confidence. The second is you will notice a improvement in your vocabulary. And the third thing that you will notice is you're making lesser grammar mistakes. That is actually my promise. If you use it for 3 to 6 months.
Very good afternoon, ma'am. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, Karishma. How are you? What have you been up to?
I'm doing great, ma'am. Everything is going smoothly. So today I've got this opportunity to connect with you. I'm really happy and excited to have this session with you. And before we start, I would like to know about you. Just for my new audience, I just want you to give an introduction.
Sure, Karishma, it's always so much fun talking to you, and I'm really looking forward to our conversation today. So, hi everyone, for all your new viewers. Hi everyone, I'm Namita. I'm co-founder and chief learning officer of Sparky AI. I have been an educator for the last 15 years, and in the last 15 years, I have worked with over a million learners across India and US. And my main focus has been on how to build English language fluency, because I firmly believe that, based on my personal experience, that English language plays a very important role in building not just confidence but also just give you a better life opportunity. And like I said, it's based on my personal experience. So I'm really excited to be here on your channel and discuss how we can learn English better together.
Yes, ma'am. And yes, that's true. English is playing an important role in today's life. And I also have this experience, and that's why I'm very much focused now. And I just want my children to learn English just from the beginning. They should not wait to get 25 years or 30 years old to learn English, and like I am learning. So, yes.
You
Uh,
know,
uh,
Karishma, you're really an inspiration. I mean, every time I talk to you, you really inspire me, and I see you grow so much, and your channel is growing so much. So, kudos to all the efforts that you're making, and I
thank you.
hope we continue to have more and more conversations together.
Thank you so much, ma'am. You know what? This is my inspiration. Exactly when people say this thing to me that, ma'am, just because we started also learning this thing, we also created a YouTube channel. We are started, trying to improve. So I feel really good. Like, okay, that somebody is getting inspired just like watching me. So that's a great thing. Let's talk about English. Yes, ma'am. Today I'm going to discuss with you that how feedback can be important for for a learners. Basically, what I heard from beginners, they say that, ma'am, YouTube is there, we can learn English on our own. We don't need any tutor. So there is this controversy is always there whether we should join an institute or not, or we can learn English or not. It's like, if I talk about me, I have learned English on my own, but at certain
Mhm.
level, after reaching a certain level, I have taken help from tutors, and still I'm still.
Right.
So you are also a tutor. You can tell me this, like, you can better explain how a tutor can help you learning English, or like how feedback can be important for a learner.
Absolutely, sure, Karishma. I think, Karishma, before I get into why feedback is important, or how it will help in learning English, I think just take a step back later. Let's think about that. Why is it even important to learn English? I'll tell you, so many times learners ask me that why is it even important? Nowadays there's so much emphasis on native language and mother tongue. So I think importance of English doesn't mean that mother tongue is not important.
Mhm.
Learning a second language is a very important skill, because it helps open up more opportunities for you. So it is not, we should not think about it like a versus. We should think about it like an and, that I know my mother tongue, which helps me build relationships, helps me build connections. But for my betterment, for my professional growth, for my career, for my college, job opportunities, everything, English is that language that will help me. And let me share some data with you, Karishma. मतलब it's not something कि मैं ही बोल रही हूँ, but data also shows कि that currently there was a Cambridge English study that happened, and Cambridge English study के through ये पता चला कि individuals who are proficient in English, they tend to earn 34% higher in salary than people who are not proficient in English. So it is very clear that for professional growth, English is important. Second is for your own growth and development. हम कहाँ जाते हैं? Where do we go? We go to the internet, or we look for resources online. More than 50% of the content that we have available, resources, materials that are available, are in English. So to acquire knowledge or to become knowledgeable, you need to know English. Now, 70% of more than 70% of our jobs that exist today, their application is in English. Their interview process is in English. So आप वो बात clear ही नहीं कर पाओगे if you don't know English. And major sectors, big sectors like IT, BPO, those are big sectors. 95% of those job roles nowadays, आप उसमें एक line देखेंगे requirement में English proficiency as a basic skill. We have
Yes.
so many on Sparky AI, we have so many engineers right now wanting to learn English. Like engineering was once considered कि engineers को English नहीं आते तो चलेगा. But now that norm is changing. So I think I just wanted to, before we talk about why feedback is important, it is just important to understand that English is no longer just a bonus add-on skill that you have on your resume. It is a very important criteria for you to now get or become eligible for jobs. So अगर हम वो दिमाग में रखेंगे ना, so I think that seriousness will add to it.
That's true.
Yeah. So now, if we come to feedback, now you were asking me like as a tutor, feedback. Why is feedback important? I think अगर हम ये देखें कि why do we go to a tutor? We go to otherwise YouTube channels वगैरह से you can just keep listening, but that is all passive listening. Active listening happens. Active learning happens when it's a two-way conversation, when you're giving something as input and you're receiving something as an output. And that output could be a response, that output could be feedback. Basically, it is telling you how you're doing. And that is exactly what feedback does. It helps learners understand what they're doing right so that they feel like, oh, this is my strength. This I'm doing well, I should continue doing it. And
Yes.
what are the areas that I need to improve upon? And that
Yes.
is what is the role of the feedback. And a lot of learners, I think you were only sharing with me that many learners lose motivation to learn English. वो motivation क्यों lose करते हैं? Because they don't know how they are doing. And
Yes.
feedback helps us achieve that. Basically, feedback continuously tells us what are the what are the things that we are doing well, and what are the things that we need to improve upon.
Hmm. True.
आप ही बताओ करिश्मा, like how did your English learning journey happen?
See, I'm telling you very honestly, like when I was speaking like 2 years ago, I used to think that I'm perfect. I am good speaker. I used to think like that until I come on YouTube and I started talking with the other tutors. I did not know that I'm making a lot of mistakes. So when they started
Right.
telling me, then I started focusing and then I realized, okay, I'm still making mistake and I'm making major mistakes. It's not the small one or the minor one. Like I used to make a huge mistakes in grammar part. So if tutor was not there, I may not be able to understand my weakness. Even till now, like few days ago, I had a session with tutor. He told me that Karishma, you are saying one sentence every time wrong. Like I'm having YouTube channel, I'm having two children. Why? Just say it in present. I have YouTube channel, I have two children. So it is very important from my point of view. And this is what I always convey
Right.
to my viewers.
Right, right. And Karishma, if I talk about Sparky AI, because I'm co-founder of Sparky AI, so and English is something I'm very passionate about because I have seen it personally how English has helped me. I'm from a small town, Hindi speaking, conservative family, and the only thing that has worked for me is my ability to speak in English, to be able to grow and become who I am today. Get opportunity to work in India and outside India because of my communication skills. And I think Sparky AI is you can say a passion for me. That how can Sparky help learners build their spoken English fluency very naturally. Naturally means कि natural way of speaking क्या होता है कि आप you know a lot of words, but how you use your words, your vocabulary to communicate. And that is exactly what Sparky focuses on. Sparky is like that buddy friend that you have who's very intelligent, very knowledgeable, can talk to you about any topic, and it can give you feedback. It helps you, basically it motivates you, it helps you, it encourages you to continue on this English language journey, and it gives you feedback in real time. And instead of me talking about it, let's see a video that will show you how Sparky does this.
Yes, yes, sure, ma'am. Let's see the demo first.
Sure.
Introducing Sparky, your voice first AI friend for building spoken English fluency. Sparky is a friendly fox you can speak in English with, even if you don't speak well. Sparky gently corrects you and also shares feedback on everything you say.
I did not got invited for my friend's birthday and I'm very sad. I didn't knew she did not want to be friends with me.
Oh no, I'm
Each conversation is designed to give you practice on specific language concepts or topics relevant to your life. Sparky keeps the conversation going so it never gets boring and helps and supports learners. If you're stuck for words, Sparky suggests what you could say. If you don't understand something Sparky said, you can easily see the meaning and even translate it to a language of your choice. Want to hear something again? You can just hit replay. You can also choose the accent and speed for Sparky's voice.
Hello. Would you like me to speak faster or slower or in a different style?
Over time, it creates your personalized learning path to give you more practice on the specific mistakes that you make. If you don't feel like always talking, you can try out some fun interactive games designed to build vocabulary, pronunciation, and grammar. You can also read stories and articles with Sparky, and Sparky will highlight the mispronounced words in red. Users see Sparky as a friend and enjoy talking to it.
I want to share a few things with you. Like in friendship, I always try to put my efforts in my all possible best ways. Then also, I am always being treated like an option. What to do about it?
Very soon, underconfident, struggling learners gain confidence, get over the stress and embarrassment, and begin to have meaningful conversations about things important to them. This
So now we have seen the demo, and it's really amazing. It's quite helpful for the beginner level people. And engagement is really important while you are learning English. So solely if you're talking to yourself, sometimes we feel bored. So I think you must have this kind of buddy who can talk, who can encourage you at the same time.
Absolutely. And you would have noticed in the demo video that every conversation that you're having with Sparky, every line that you're speaking, you can get grammar feedback on it. That where you went wrong. And it is not intrusive in the sense that it is not stopping your conversation. You, if you want to know where you went wrong, you get to know that, but you continue the conversation. Sometimes when we are with a teacher, it becomes we become very conscious when we make a mistake, and then there's also a fear that my tutor is going to get angry with me. But Sparky is like you said, it's a buddy, it's a friend that really helps you, motivates you. It is designed to provide you that stress-free environment to learn without any judgment. It doesn't care that if you are making a mistake. What it cares about is how do I make sure that you are learning. Mistake is an important part of learning process.
Yes. What I feel is that if something like Sparky had been built like the time when I was learning English, I would be like really good in English by this time.
I agree. I mean, I hear you because I personally I use Sparky every day for 10-15 minutes because there are sometimes I'm looking I want to talk to a partner in it and just discuss about anything under the sun. And Sparky is that knowledgeable buddy for me. What it also helps us, going back to the topic that we have, like why feedback matters. Like one is, of course, knowing what you're doing right and where you need improvement. What it does is once you know your strengths and your areas of growth, कि कहाँ पे मुझे better करना है, you are able to set more realistic targets for yourself. A lot of times in our language learning journey, I think you and I've spoken about this in the past also, learners, they set very unrealistic goals for themselves. कि हम तो अगले 1 महीने में सीख लेंगे इंग्लिश, बट दे डोंट इवन नो वेदर दैट इज अचीवेबल और नॉट अचीवेबल. एंड अगर अचीव नहीं होता है फिर वो मोटिवेशन लूज करने लगते हैं. तो बिकॉज फीडबैक एंड प्रोग्रेस दे गो हैंड इन हैंड. तो जैसे जैसे आप अपनी ग्रोथ देखते हो, यू फील मोर इंस्पायर्ड, एंड आप अपने आप देखो ना, when you are playing a game and if you are winning, you are more committed to finishing it or doing more of it. So that's what feedback does for you.
That's true. That's true. That's why I say that it's important. And many learners even asked me. Yesterday, I had a conversation with one of housewives. She was speaking so well, but ultimately, I have seen that she's using so many filters. So she personally asked me, Karishma, tell me please, like, do I need a tutor? Should I join a tutor? You tell me your honest. What is your honest feedback? So I said, okay, yeah, I feel that you should join a tutor because tutor is someone who can help you to learn better. Because what
Hmm.
we doing, we are just learners. I am also learning, you are also a learner. I can just talk to you. I can help you with your hesitation, like what hesitation you are feeling. I maybe help on that. But personally, if you ask me, you should join a tutor that can be better on.
Right, right. And I think also what I've noticed is like when you don't have feedback, somebody who's
Mhm.
not guiding you or giving you feedback, what happens is after a point आपका learning plateau होने लगता है, मतलब it doesn't move beyond a progress level, because what is happening is you are making the same mistakes, repeating it over and over again, and so वो क्या हो जाता है, वो mistakes then become your habit.
Habit.
So, for example, there are so many people who I've worked with, very well educated, and they have been to some of the best colleges. But some basic mistakes that they end up making is like, I didn't knew, I didn't got, I didn't understood,
We don't
and
we don't know the common
uh,
ones.
exactly, and that is not because they cannot improve, but nobody has told them. And what has become is now when they speak, they don't even realize, because it's become part of their habit. They don't
Yes.
even realize that they're making that mistake.
Yes, that's absolutely true. कहते हैं ना, unlearning is difficult. Learning easy, but once
Right.
it's your habit, you have to struggle a lot. And I'm still struggling with this S or ES. It's my problem. Like whenever I say she, I will always say she don't know, he don't know. I know that it's not correct, but it becomes my habit. Now I'm not able to get rid of this problem. So it's with many people. I think I have seen this is the most common mistake every learner making these days.
Exactly. But imagine, Karishma, every time you were making that mistake and somebody is telling you that, okay, you know what, keeping the conversation going, but you know what, by the way, it is not she don't. It is supposed to be this. And if somebody was guiding you, then you would become more conscious, like once or twice, and third time you will actually, the minute you say it, you'll become conscious that, oh, I made a mistake. But
Yes.
when nobody's giving you feedback, so what happens? Let's discuss about tutors. So having a great tutor is finding what you say. It's like finding a diamond in a coal mine. So finding a good tutor in your neighborhood who is affordable, who's available at your time is not very easy and accessible for everyone. And that is one of the reasons why Sparky AI is exists also, because we understood that this is a problem. If you go to tier 2, tier 3, even tier 1 cities, you don't have a tutor in your neighborhood, you have to travel or go somewhere. And this is in big cities. In small cities, you oftentimes you don't have a tutor, and if you have few tutors, they will not give you one-on-one support. They will have like in batches, mixed
Well,
group, you're talking, and in mixed group you're becoming more and more conscious about making mistakes. It's like being in a classroom. So again, you are not actively learning or building confidence that is needed. So Sparky is that buddy to get you started on your spoken English journey, because it is giving you one-on-one. It is available to you at the tip of your on your phone. At a tap, you have access to it, and it is extremely affordable. So because live classes, these tutors are very expensive. Like
very
हर एक class कुछ नहीं तो 250 300 400 500 depending upon the quality of tutor. And imagine you're getting access to Sparky, who's knowledgeable, who's a native English speaker. You can change accent, pace, get grammar feedback. Every time you're speaking, you get to speak on topics of your choice as much as you want. And every time you have a conversation, it's a new conversation. And you get your progress report and gets the price of it. It is, if you take a 6 month pack, it is close to 100 rupees a month.
100 rupees a month. Yes.
Imagine. So if you are not able, like, I would encourage everyone to go and give it a try, because you have absolutely nothing to lose and it is so affordable.
Yes, ma'am, that's absolutely true. I think we can say overall Sparky can be a good replacement of a tutor which you are looking for your personal development. So if you want that, you can download this application. I must say that everyone should try first because I think it's free for few minutes. You can try, you can
Hmm.
take experience, and I'm telling you that you will love it because it's something that you want to talk with because it's, it will run according to you also. Sometimes whatever you want to talk, you can have initiative and you can start discussing that topic only.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Also time, if you see, if I see that most of the housewife, they're not free every time to take these kinds of classes online. So like most of the time when we are free at night, like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, we go to bed, you can have 15 minutes of conversation with Sparky that will give you good practice daily. Though you are struggling for time, it can help you.
Hmm.
I think it's a,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. And it's not like Karishma, I mean, it's great if there are users who can do this on a daily basis. But if even if you use 2 to 3 times in a week for, say, 20 to 25 minutes, say in a week you use it for 1.5 hours. I can guarantee that if you continue to do this for a period of 3 to 6 months, you will see a noticeable change in three things. One is your confidence. You will yourself start using English more in your daily conversations. That is one. The second is you will notice a improvement in your vocabulary. We have seen users who are using our app for this kind of a period, their vocabulary has improved by 200 to 500%. And the third thing that you will notice is you're making lesser grammar mistakes. That is actually my promise. If you use it for 3 to 6 months, but it will require that. Like if you after 1 week of usage, you're telling me where is my improvement? I'm sorry. It's a skill. It takes time. It's a life skill, and it is going to take time. So if you are wanting results, you need to give time to it.
Yeah, that's true. Anything, if you want to learn something else other than English, it takes time. Nothing is, very short. You cannot get everything in a short period of time. So you have to give.
Absolutely.
And yeah,
And
people have confusion. You can learn in 2 months. I've already said that in my video that it's not that possible for everyone at least. See, we are not free for whole day that we can, every time just we are doing everything with English. It's not possible. We have to take out some time and then only we have to practice. So if that limited time you have and you want to become fluent in a month, it's not possible. So just try, give it a try.
absolutely.
This application is really amazing. I have personally used it. Even I'm using it, and I
Okay.
will mention the link of this application in my description box. You can download it for free and just give it a try. And as ma'am promised, if you will use it for 3 months continuously, you will see the drastic change in your overall personality and communication.
Absolutely. I look forward to seeing some of your viewers, actually, not some, many of your viewers on Sparky AI. Do leave comments and your feedback. Would love to. I go through all the comments from all the different videos that we do, and I would love to get feedback and give response wherever needed.
That's great. And by this note, I think it is done for today's video. We'll coming again with new topic, new discussion because learning or talking with the tutor is somehow a great experience. And thank you so much, ma'am, for being here and talking to me and giving me some motivation as well.
Thank you, Karishma, for inviting me, and I hope you have a great day ahead.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Bye bye.
Take care. Bye.